It's not all about talent, Chet. There's a lot of talented people out there. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what really makes or breaks people is their consistency. Their consistency and their drive and not giving up. You
Hmm.
know, there's a ton of talent. I'm in Hollywood. I'm in Los Angeles. There's a bunch of talent,
Hmm.
but it's about consistency.
Hi there, I'm Chet Kincaid with that grape juice. Roxy Diaz. I can't believe I'm actually talking to the interviewer. Today the interviewer interviews the interviewer. How are you?
How are you, Chet?
I'm well. I'm so happy to talk to you today because we got time today, which is
That's
also the name of your new talk show airing on Tubi every Tuesday. How did that show come about with you and Deion Sanders?
So it's Dion's baby.
Yeah.
Dion has always dreamed of doing a talk show. He dabbled in the space 20 years ago, maybe.
Hmm.
Um, but it just came into fruition. He is a genuine fan of Tubi.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, got this idea. And he was searching for a co-host.
Hmm.
And I auditioned. My audition tape was hilarious.
Yeah.
It should really come out. I keep telling him, I was like, we really need to put the audition tape out because we went at each other and it was fun. Fun banter, like big brother, little sister.
Yeah.
Uh, and so yeah, it was just from the start. We're getting ready to have our season finale.
Hmm.
We've had amazing guests on the show, and fans really get to see a side of Deion Sanders that they've never seen before.
Okay, okay, great, great, great. And I've seen some of the guests that you've had, Weezy and Mandy, Nick Cannon, Clarissa Shields. So whenever you're interviewing, I know you're acquainted with a lot of people. So does that make it easier to have these conversations, or I mean, you've been doing this for so long, or is it easy for you to just jump right on in?
Uh, it's easy to do the conversations because most of the people coming on the show are friends, you
Mm-hmm.
know, or Dion, like he actually was a genuine fan of Clarissa Shields. I've never met her before,
Yeah.
but I'm a boxing fan, you
Right, right,
know,
right.
and so we come at it almost like as a fan too, asking people questions that we always wanted to meet. And then there's people that are genuine fans of Dion and they've always wanted to meet. So the show is a great opportunity for those connections to happen. And we're just having real connections. We're very laid back and chill. There's nothing stuffy about us at all.
Okay. Well, that's perfect. I see the clips all the time and I'm just like, yeah, this looks interesting and plus it brings personality, which I love.
Yeah.
Which also, I'm sure each episode is amazing in its entirety, but if you were to tell someone about the show, what specific part of the show would you like sort of try to sell to people to be like, this is a show to watch?
Um, I mean, our interviews are like no other. You
Hmm.
will see Dion in a rare form sometimes. He was in rare form with Nick Cannon. I feel like he had a lot of fun with Nick Cannon.
Hmm.
Uh, and I give him a hard time all the time. And it was fun when we had Dr. Joy Bryant there, giving him a hard time about his theory on relationships and stuff. So, yeah, I think it's, and plus our chemistry, honestly, with even without guests,
Hmm.
Dion and I are just hilarious. It's like just watching your favorite friends go
Yeah.
at each other in a jonesing match.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised at the chemistry as well. I mean, if you didn't know any better, it'd be like, whoa, whoa. But you two have great chemistry together on screen, so I love that.
Thank
But
you.
I'm so glad that I have you here because I have been a fan of yours for a very long time. Grew up watching 106 in Park. I started with the Free and AJ days, went into you and TJ. So the entertainment industry, it's
Mhm.
constantly evolving. We're seeing more on-air hosts and reporters having to pivot. So, what was the biggest lesson that you've learned when it comes to staying adaptable in such a fast-changing industry?
Oh man, I think that me bouncing around um has given me not only thick skin,
Mhm.
but being able to evolve and
Mhm.
adapt to every single different environment. I really learned that from radio. Uh, and it's funny because I don't like the word code switching
Mhm.
because it's not that.
Yeah.
It's just knowing your environment, and certain place for certain things. But like in radio, for instance, when you do local radio, you want to be able to seem reachable
Mhm.
to your audience, and especially with local, you want to feel familiar
Yeah.
also. So if I'm in Boston radio and they talk with a ka and they say they pack and they do, that's what they're used to listening to and hearing. So if they hear a girl with a southern drawl, they're not gonna be, interested in me at all. I don't relate. And so being relatable, I think is really, really, really important for longevity, no matter where you are. And same with and in television, from 106 and Park down, it was a New York show. I got very New York very fast,
Mhm.
living there and really being immersed in the culture and the atmosphere, even though we were a syndicated show that aired
Mhm.
everywhere. You knew 106 was New York. And Good Morning America. It's like that's a different identity. That's a different way to evolve and present yourself. So I think every different platform that I've been on, it just different times, different occasions, you know what to wear to the party.
Yeah, I like that because I feel, especially in today's time, I just feel that people want you to be one way all the time, be your true authentic self, and you also are an actress. So I think it is important that you are able to play into the different roles. And with that, do you think the rise of digital media and personal branding has changed what it means to be a host or journalist today? Because, I look at your Instagram, you have 1.2 million followers, and I have to bring it up as we've seen what's been happening today with the Breakfast Club with Loren and Jess Hilarious, and people are saying, well, being a personality versus Loren, who seems to be a more qualified journalist, and that's what the commentary is on social media. So, what do you think it means to be a host or a journalist today, and how social media and personal branding has affected that?
Yeah, well, personally, I've been tuned into the telenovela of The Breakfast Club all morning.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Uh-huh.
A part of me really, really hurts for both of them. They're two
Mhm.
very, very talented women. I
Yeah.
hate when we pit ourselves against each other. I
Yeah.
really don't like that, especially in an industry that's already male dominated.
Mhm.
And that's what they want us to do. They want us to be catty and label us like that or difficult to work with. You never want to hear that as a woman that you're difficult to work with. It's like, oh
Yeah.
gosh, just throw stones at me now.
Mhm.
Um, so it's really, really, really unfortunate. In their case, they're two different personalities.
Yeah.
Is who she is. She's a comedian. She's not a journalist. So don't ask her to be a journalist.
Yeah.
Loren comes from a TMZ, really reporting, researching background. She knows how to report a story.
Hmm.
So you can't compare apples and oranges.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair what's happening and how it's happening so publicly.
Mhm.
That part I don't agree with them.
Yeah.
But you know, you have to keep up with the times. You have to keep up with your audience.
Hmm.
It's it's really, really, really like when you have an opportunity to be on somebody's platform, or have a job on such a huge platform. I don't take anything for granted,
Hmm.
and I'm not saying that either one of them do either, but
Hmm.
but if I'm guest hosting, I'm definitely gonna bring my A game
Yeah.
somewhere. So yeah, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but what I don't like is I don't like how they're putting those two women against each other when they both have something to bring. I personally like seeing the dynamic of all four of them up there together. I thought it actually was great. So yeah, yeah. It's such a loaded question. And
Yeah.
I looking at the comments when it's literally a divided uh choice or topic. People understand where Jess is coming from, but also understand what Lauren is doing is her job. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's really, really, really unfortunate situation that
Well,
Charlamagne will not tolerate too much. Trust me.
well, I
That's
hope
one thing
not.
I know about my friend. He'll be like, okay, y'all get this together because what he
Messed
don't
up
do
with
is
that.
petty.
Yeah, I get it. That was a perfect answer. I thought that was great how you summed that up. But I am going to take this opportunity because obviously I'm here. I'm on a similar path. I see what you do. What advice do you have for those of us currently on the journey, you know, trying to embrace change and carving out new opportunities and growing in our careers?
I think it's about creating your own lane and studying those people before my path, Oprah's path.
Mhm.
Are you reading Larry King's book, How to Have a Conversation with Anyone? Are you reading Charlemagne's books and he actually like tells you how to talk to anyone and make those conversations matter. No small stuff, small conversation, no small talk. Are
Yeah.
you reading about what Oprah has done? Are you studying how Bob Rathers and Robin Roberts and all of these people, like they all have the blueprint, and it's just about really honing in and getting those opportunities. Are you trying out at major news stations or your local news stations to be their local entertainment person? Are you creating your own lane in your social media platform and using your social media to, promote yourself instead of promoting what outfit you wore, what party you were at? Like, I get so aggravated when I see young people use the social media in the wrong way.
Mm,
If you want to be a reporter, then this is your clips. These are your reels that you're using and putting together to show people. But, talent is found online now.
yeah,
Uh, exactly what we are just talking about this morning and how people are discovered. People are discovered online.
yeah.
So why are you not using your social media to grow your audience, to get
Hmm.
them to get to know you? The Shade Room started online.
Hmm.
Look at it now, without a face. Um, they're just now starting, they're just recently have their hosts and their people that they're putting on there now. But it's about growing your own audience socially because now networks want to see you come in with people to offer, to translate over.
Yeah. Listen, I can
You're
sit here.
doing the right thing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Listen, I can sit here and talk to you all day because that in itself is an entirely different conversation as far as being the having the talent and bringing everything to the table first, and then, oh, once they see you fully packaged, then it's like, okay, let's give you a shot.
Yeah.
Uh, but
But
yeah,
it's not all about talent, Chad. There's a lot of talented people out there. I
yeah.
tell you what really makes or breaks people is their consistency. Their consistency and their drive and not giving up.
Hmm.
There's a ton of talent. I'm in Hollywood. I'm in Los Angeles. There's a bunch of talent.
Hmm.
But it's about consistency.
Hmm.
You're gonna get 100 no's before you get that yes. And once you get that yes, the other yeses just keep on rolling in.
Thank you so much for that. But before I let you go, what's next for Roxy?
Well, I am personally going to be working on season 2 of More to the Story. It's going to be coming out soon, which is my personal podcast. And in the meantime, between us crossing fingers for season 2 of We Got Time Today, you can always find me on ABC's Good Morning America, GMA3, and also ABC News Live, where I'm always covering all things entertainment for them too.
Thank you, Roxy Diaz. Thank you so much. Thank you seriously for paving a path for a lot of us. And I really respect what you have done and I love you. And
Thank you.
I wish you so
Oh,
much
thank you so much.
I wish you so much more success.
Thank you so much.